The home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads. Got some breaking news. Jump back in here and do a second upload. It looks like Pete Golding is out in Alabama. I have a feeling that he was probably forced out. Nick Saban and Pete and Lane Kiffin won't give you that line. They won't tell you the truth more than likely. Even Lane Kiffin and his bluntness will probably throw some kind of coach speak in there to try to make everything all right amongst all parties. Now, with that being said, who now will replace Pete Golding at Alabama? And there's been a lot of names rumored that could be coming back. Jeremy Pruitt, maybe Charlie Strong. But a lot of the sources that I've spoke with said that Nick Saban didn't just go out to the national championship game to be a part of the broadcast with ESPN. He was also out there scouting possible coordinators. Now, we know Garrett Riley is going to Clemson, so we know he wasn't scouting Garrett Riley. But the rumor has it that Nick Saban may go with an old school defensive coordinator and bring Gary Patterson, who was a pretty good coach at TCU until the latter couple of years, to Alabama as the defensive coordinator. If Nick Saban can get Gary Patterson here at Alabama to be the defensive coordinator, you know, Gary right now is the defensive coordinator at Texas. Now, Texas wasn't in the national title game, but I'm sure Gary Patterson was probably floating around somewhere at the national championship game, as were a lot of other coaches. So, that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I think that Nick Saban should do. I know that everybody wants Jeremy Pruitt back, but he has a no-show or some kind of show cause with the NCAA, I think. Charlie Strong wouldn't have an issue with that, but Charlie Strong is, to me, he's a hit or miss defensive coordinator. He's had his moments where he was pretty damn good. But that's just the breaking news right now. You guys and gals, tell me what you think about all this. Who do you think the next coordinator will be? Do you think that Pete Golding was forced out, or do you think he left on his own submission? And it's actually a pretty good place to him. I hate to smack talk a little bit, but I'm going to have to. You know, Pete Golding, back in the early part of the year, really lost a lot of respect for me when he got caught up with a DUI. There's been a lot of people caught up in DUIs. But if you're making that kind of money, and you mean to tell me you can't call an Uber, that's called being highly, highly irresponsible. And at this level of coaching, when you're in charge of young, impressionable minds, it's not a good look. So, you know, he's somewhere now where he can be a little promiscuous, so to speak, because we all know Lane Kiffin's history of being Joey Freshwater here at the University of Alabama. He's a pretty shady character sometimes when it comes to outside of the work romps and promiscuous type scenarios. And that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you don't mind, there's a little heart down here. Hit that. Throw me a few dollars in the coffers. As always, KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.